Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at slope-intercept form and how to sort of look at equations and figure out the slope and y-intercept from that, similar to the problem you see up on the screen here. Just a reminder, this is the short version of this lesson, so we're going to go pretty quickly, just covering the main points. If you'd like the full lesson version, where we go step by step with a bunch of examples, I will link that in the description below. So, slope-intercept form. This is this y equals mx plus b. A couple things to talk about here. Number one, the y and the x never change, never, ever, ever. It's just always y and x, okay? The m and the b are going to be numbers, okay? And so those will obviously change. The m stands for slope, and the b stands for the y-intercept. Okay, so if you were to graph this, it would be a line. The slope and the y-intercept is important information. So when you look at this problem down here, okay, you'll notice that the y and the x, okay, are there. And so because it's in y equals, that means it's in slope-intercept form, we can look at it and immediately say, okay, the number next to the x, 12, is the slope, m. Okay, mathematicians use the letter m for slope. And we can also say the number by itself, okay, the lonely number, the number without the x, is 6, so that is the y-intercept. B equals 6, right? B represents the y-intercept. And so pretty simple, right? You should be able to look at the equation, figure out the slope, figure out the y-intercept, and done. For this problem, remember that if you don't see a number in front of the x, there's a 1 there. So here I would say the slope m is -1, and I would say the y-intercept is -3. And for this problem, this is the most common mistake that I see. A lot of students would look at this and say, oh, the slope is 3 and the y-intercept is 4. And this is incorrect because they have switched places, okay? So remember, the number next to the x is always the slope. The number next to the x is always the slope. So that means the slope is 4, the y-intercept is 3. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 3 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, you should have said the slope is 1/3, fractions are okay, and the y-intercept is -1. For the second problem, you should have said the slope is 1 because there's an invisible 1 in front of the x, and the y-intercept is -1. And for the last problem, you should have said the slope is 5 and the y-intercept is 4. Remember, they've switched it, so just be careful. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.